Hi everybody, this is Miss Sarah from the Youth Services Department of the Fayetteville Public Library, and this is Kids Create School Age Edition, part of our Summer Reading Club lineup for 2020. We hope you have registered for Summer Reading Club. If you have questions about that or would like to register, please go to faylib.org/SRC, where you can look up all the answers you might have about Summer Reading Club and even register right there. We hope you'll join us for fun all summer long. Follow us on Facebook. All of our virtual events will be happening there. Well, today in Kids Create, we are going to make a drawing jar. I call this a jar. This is really just a tin can. I have another one inside that's made out of an actual jar. The best way for me to describe a drawing jar is to actually just show you. So, on the inside, there's a whole bunch of little pieces of paper, and you know what you do? You pull one out, and you read what it says, and then you know what? You draw it. That's right. So for this one, I would draw a shoe. Now, the fun thing about a drawing jar is to do it with other people. So my idea for you today is to make one for your family, and then you guys would all play this drawing game together. So, let's see which one I draw out. Oh, this is a funny one. This one says toothpaste. So if you were playing this with your family and you drew toothpaste, all of you would take a pencil and paper and actually draw what toothpaste means to you. So it could be an actual tube of toothpaste, you could draw a toothbrush with toothpaste on it, or who knows what you think of when you think of toothpaste. Let me show you one that my family did together to give you an idea of what this looks like. So one of the words in the drawing jar is turtle. So we had 3 different people draw the word turtle. Here's one of them. Here's another. And here's another. So it's always fun to see what your brother or sister or maybe your dad draws when he pulls out the word turtle. And the other fun thing about the drawing jar is everybody needs to contribute ideas to it. Not just mom or dad, or not just you if you're the one that's doing this idea. Everybody should put words in the jar because that way it will always be a surprise as to what will come out. Are you ready to make one? Okay, let's get started. I'll show you how.
Here are the supplies you need to make a drawing jar. You need a tin can that's been rinsed out. You need a piece of paper that's big enough to cover the can, scissors, glue stick or tape, and a pen. Oh, you also need little strips of paper like this so that you can write your words on them. That's it. That's all you need to make a drawing jar.
Step 1 of making a drawing jar is to get your piece of paper that you want to use and fit it to your can. So I like to leave the edges of the can open because I think it kind of has a nice definition, but you can do whatever you want to do. So after you have your piece of paper cut to fit your can, then you're just going to tape or glue it to your can. So I'm going to use tape today, and I'm going to tape it at the top and at the bottom. And then you're just going to wrap your paper around the can. I'm going to just keep it nice and even, like that. And then, do you see that I have a little bit of a problem? Yes, my problem is that my paper did not cover my whole can. So, you just need to cut an extra piece of paper to cover that up, or you could use a different color piece of paper that maybe might be like an accent to your can. Whatever you want to do. Today I'm just going to use a piece of paper that matches the can, and I'm going to tape that in 4 places so that it doesn't come off.
nice and sturdy. And then there you have it. Your can is covered in paper. Now you could also cover it in fabric if you want to. You would probably need to use a hot glue gun though, but they look really good if you have a really cute fabric you want to use. Or sometimes at craft stores or even a store like Walmart, they'll sell little fabric squares that you can buy that are just like, they're not even a yard of fabric. And that would be fun for this project. Now I need to show you one more thing about using a tin can like this. And that is that when you use a can opener and take a lid off of a can, you get a little sharp spot. There's usually at least one. Sometimes watch out for more than one, but if you have a pretty good can opener, it's probably just going to be one sharp spot around the edge of your can. So what you want to do is cut a little rectangular piece of paper and just fold it over the top. Now I chose to use green because I thought it just might look cute, but you could definitely use the same design as your can. And then I'm just going to tape over that. If you pull off a pretty long piece of tape, it'll cover it with just one piece. And then that way no one gets their finger caught or kind of gets a cut when they reach into the can. And there you go. There is step one of making a drawing jar. And you can see, here's another sample that I made. Also made out of paper. And then this was made out of an actual jar. And I just made like a little ribbon design around it. So there's a whole bunch of ways that you can make drawing jars. So now that we have our drawing jar made, this is step 2. And step 2 is actually writing the words for inside the drawing jar on the slip of paper. So all you need is scrap paper just cut into strips. And this does not need to be nice paper. It would be cute if it were different colors, but it can also just be white. Whatever you have on hand is probably the best. And then I'm going to write a word on this piece of paper. Let's see, what should I write? Scissors. That's a fun one. So then I would just fold this up and put it inside one of my drawing jars. Now, the secret to a super fun drawing jar is to have a whole bunch of different people in your family write down words. If just you write down the words, you won't have as much fun actually pulling them out and doing the drawings as if you get everybody in your family to write down different kinds of words. Now, scissors is a pretty concrete word. Like, most people would probably just draw a pair of scissors. But here's a word. This says best day. So this is a very abstract phrase. I wonder what people would draw for their best day. It would definitely be fun to find out. You might draw yourself at the pool, or maybe on vacation at the beach, or maybe your best day is jumping on a trampoline or reading a book. It could be anything, but it's definitely fun to have more than one person in your family write down these words, adults and kids, because you'll forget what people write, and then when you draw them out at a different time, it will be very funny to see what other people drew. So that is step 2 of making a drawing jar. So step 3 of making a drawing jar is bringing your drawing jar maybe to a meal, and before the meal is over, when everyone is done eating, pull out a piece of paper, give everyone a pen or a pencil and another little piece of paper, and let them draw whatever you pull out of the can. Now, if you end up having fun with this, my family actually made little notebooks that we keep, and whenever we do the drawing jar, activity, we just get out our notebooks and we just go to the next page. And we usually write the date at the top just because this is something that we really like to do. So if you think this idea is fun, you might want to get a notebook next time you're at the store and make this an activity that becomes a really good memory for you and your family.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us today. I hope you had fun learning about the idea of a drawing jar. I hope you do actually make one. They are really fun. And you know what I just thought of? These would make a really good gift. Yeah, you could go ahead and write things on the pieces of paper and give it to somebody as a surprise. It's a really good time to give somebody a little extra something to do with their family. Guys, thanks for joining us today. My name is Miss Sarah. I'm from the Fayetteville Public Library, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.